Are you ready? Go. Come here. Oh, we got the roses. She likes to roll on the ball. You gonna give me the ball? Hi everyone, welcome back to the Woodland Reboot. It's Peter here at the Reboot. It is, in Fahrenheit I'm going to say about 24 degrees outside and Celsius -5. Can someone tell us why all of us middle-aged men are obsessed with the weather? Anyways, I'm more obsessed because I'm inside my shop. I've got that fantastic radiant tube heater working. Again, everybody knows it's from RHD. Can you see that up there on the side of the box? Works great. Maybe I should do a little update video on it. All right, what I want to do today, a couple things. I need to make a new throat plate for this old table saw. This is an old Rockwell Beaver. I think it's a 6201. Can't confirm that. Model from the early 70s. Second task for today's video is to tell you what I've been doing with my dust collection system. Not a lot of detail right here, right now, but I've converted it from a 5-gallon Cyclone system to this larger system that I'll tell you about later in the video. First project will be to get that throat plate built. And the throat plate is when I'm obviously using the dado blades. So I need a different throat plate because obviously that doesn't work for the dado blades. New throat plate, which you can see I've already done here on a piece of wood. I've got that width, approximately 9 centimeters. And then I'm gonna put it through the thickness planer, which is sitting underneath that towel, and get it to the right dimensions. I ran the piece through the thickness planer. Unfortunately, I goofed up in terms of the filming. I thought I hit on and I was hitting off. So dimensions are correct. All I need to do right now is, if it wants to focus, come on, is take off these radius cuts here, and then it should drop into that throat. A little bit. Rough cuts are done. Let's see if this slots in. All right, so it is a little fat. I'm very close, and it's these corners here that are a little bit rough. So I'm going to run it through my sander. Let me get that out. There's the one that came from the factory, of course. It fits in there as easily with a little gap over here, but doesn't matter. It sits on all the supports. So this used to be just a 5-gallon dust collection system. So I probably cleaned up 2/3 of that pile down there just as a test. And the lid is off, as you can see. Put that down there. I've unscrewed it because, as you remember, that screws on and off. Take it out. There's the bottom cut out, of course, the insides. And voila, it works. So much more space in there. Had I done that just into this bucket, this would be full and I'd have to empty it right now. And it probably would have clogged my vacuum cleaner. So that was a smart thing to do, and it worked. Just finalized the dust collection system, the sawdust collection system. This was a 5-gallon cyclone that went with my vacuum shop. Cut the bottom out of this, cut a hole in this barrel. It has a screw on top, believe it or not. Caulked the daylights out of this thing, stuck it in, got it secured with some metal strapping on the side as well. I've been running it. This thing doesn't move. The vacuum cleaner is up on some blocks so that the hosing works correctly. And let's see if you guys can see this down here. It's all on some rubber caster wheels, so it's very mobile. Just put this little square box rail around it. Pretty simple. Leftover wood here. Some hemlock in my pile. That's left over from the build process for this post frame shop that I have. And that's it. This thing works really well. You'll see it running in future videos. And I need it because of the amount of sawdust I'm now generating from these projects. It's a big enough system for me. This barrel obviously will go a lot longer than this 5-gallon. And it's sufficient in the sense that I don't need to run a bigger system with some kind of cyclone or motor up against the wall with various duct lines to the various machines that I have. I'm happy at this time to just run a hose off the top of the cyclone entry point here and attach it to whichever machine I'm using. The one that's going to be a challenge that I have to figure out is how do I hook up or create a system for my table saw. I'll get that sorted out though. It usually just ends up in a big pile underneath the table saw, but anything to reduce the sawdust is a great system, will be a great addition. So there it is. That's the sawdust collection system that I have right now. Perfect for my capacity and what I'm building here in my shop. And like I said, very mobile. And this gives me something to grab to move it around very easily. Makes it mobile, very easy to move around.